Hello everyone, this is Jacob Adams, and this is the Jacob Adams live show. Today we'll be going and looking at network marketing. I'm going to give you a professional look as somebody that's actually been in network marketing for 4 years with one company and in a few others. A lot of people don't know that I've been in other companies in the past, but yeah, today I'm going to give you my professional look, no holds bar, just really tough, stringent look at network marketing. And you're free to ask questions at the end. Even if you ask a question now and I answer at the end, I will get to your question and I will answer your question, okay? I promise. So here goes. So again, now this show is only for leaders. It is 100% only for leaders. And so here goes. Okay, so our first topic we'll be getting into is, it doesn't take long to, if you look at your news feed right now, it doesn't take long to see some of your friends potentially in network marketing companies. It could be anything from, me, a lot of you know I am an advocate. And I don't want to get into too many other companies. Like first, I'll say some. Okay, you got Herbalife, you got Mary Kay, you have other companies out there. Obviously these Amway, you got all kinds of companies out there in the world. Origami Owl, my friend, there's also ACN. I have a couple of friends in ACN who call me still, and they're doing, actually, I have a few friends that are doing good. So let me go black and white. I do like to go black and white. That's sort of the way I keep the show, but it's okay. So then I wanted to go over, if you look at your newsfeed right now on your Facebook, I'm sure you'll find some people getting into it. And even in modern media, you have people that are currently coming out against it. Like, for example, I won't go into too many names as to who recently got into a problem with the Federal Trade Commission. I won't go into what company did. You're free to look that up on yourself. But it's a company with a big name, and they recently got into a big problem with the Federal Trade Commission. And so that is unfortunate, not for them necessarily only, but for anyone in this industry that does their best to be completely transparent, completely ethical. It somewhat looks bad on some industries because some people will say the things like pyramid scheme or stuff like that, get rich quick stuff. And today I'm going to be giving you a very professional look at it so that we can see how I think about it. And also, if you have a tough question for me, I'm going to look at your questions afterwards, okay? So you have your friends. Some of them are in companies, some are not, okay? I want to give some shout outs to some of the people in my company that have been doing really good, like my sister Michelle Adams, Rebecca, Email the Science, Marisol Nieto, just to name a few, okay? Just to name a few, Joe and Grace, Chantel, Orwell. So we have some awesome people that are just doing really good in our team. So I want to give them a shout out from the top, right at the top, okay? So what do you do when you have all of this controversy going on in the world? How are you to distinguish what is actually good and what is actually not, okay? Well, I wanted to tell you something about, I want to go into, if you think about your life right now, why do you go to work? Is it only passion? Is it only purpose? The thing is, this video is going to be seen by some people that unfortunately go to work because they need money. And they don't do what they love because they actually love it, but because they actually need the income only. And they may hate their job. And this is unfortunate because if you look around, the middle class and the poor class are carefully being squeezed out, okay? The middle class and the poor class are carefully and slowly being squeezed out. There's people looking to get jobs and fighting for jobs and not sure where they're going to get their next paycheck, living month to month. So one thing I see as a person is this. If you and I are worth something, if you and me are worth anything as people, why should we as people, my question is this, why should we do a job we hate and live life always paycheck to paycheck and squeeze out our own freedom? That's my question. I think it's a sincere question. Why should we squeeze out our own passion, our own freedom, and give up our dreams? Why should we do that? So the reason I like network marketing is because it first and foremost opens up a person to the possibility to get into something called, you'll be seeing this here in a bit, I'll go into this a little bit. This is what's called the cash flow quadrant. Most people are employees. This is getting a job. Now, the pros and cons to the employee is this. The pros are you don't have to take any risks. All you have to do is show up, clock in, and do what you're told. This is the employee, okay? And usually you're going to have to find a company that does something like what you like, something that you want to do, and you're going to have to just do what they tell you, right? Now, the only problem with this one is this. You can get fired just because. Like they can literally tell you, this is Texas. We don't need to give you a reason. Period. Like this is employee, okay? Now, the second quadrant, which is this one, which is what I've done for years, is self-employed quadrant. Now, I chose to be a trainer, the self-employed quadrant. I chose to do that because I love training. I love fitness. A lot of you know my story. My dad struggled with obesity a lot of his life. He still currently has some weight issues, and he's struggling with diabetes. And one time, this girl I love told me in high school that I had small calves. Broke my heart. I was already athletic, so I started working out. And here I am. I'm still to this day into fitness and helping people get fit. I still love working out. I'm still in great shape. I love how, right now I've been overeating a little bit for the holidays. I know a lot of us have. So anyway, so that's just self-employed. Now, the only difference between these two is that this person here is just shy of being a business person. A self-employed person is a lot of times a psychiatrist, a massage therapist, a trainer, an accountant. These types of people, someone with a 1099, that's usually a self-employed person. A real estate agent, a car salesperson, or someone that sells, tacos. It doesn't matter. Like there's someone that it's just them. It's a one-man show. And the only problem with that is, as Robert Kiyosaki says, this is a superstar, okay? Now, I'm just going to share this. I got to share this with other people. So this is the superstar. Now, network marketing allows you to this is where the rich play. The rich play here on this side. So this is where the poor and middle class play, and this is the rich. The rich play only in these two quadrants primarily, and they have employees. So the B quadrant is something that I set out to get into when I was a young, 16 years ago. Now, it was because I picked up the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I was working at a supplement shop in Austin, Texas, something like that. I was sitting down like this, eating some Cheerios. I think I had some Cheerios at the time. I was eating some Cheerios, and I told a friend of mine, his name is Peasley Cam. I actually just sent him a shout out a while back, and he's like, man, that's awesome. He goes, you never know what something could say. He told me, he goes, the key is to let your money work for you. In other words, and I was like, well, yeah, it sounds like a great idea, but how? How do I do that? I didn't know. And so he recommended a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I went and got it. I took notes all day. I got that book. I was literally down to my last few bucks. So I got that book. I went home and took notes. I was taking notes fervently. In 2 days, got it, the whole thing. And I was like, that's it. And I decided to get into business one day. I didn't know how I was going to get here, but I was. I went to Barnes & Noble's. I got his next book. This is Robert Kiyosaki, remember? So I'm going to his next book. It's called Cashflow Quadrant. And he says the best way to get from here to here is network marketing. Well, that's where I was, right? I was like, okay, I'm here. How do I get to here? And I decided to get into network marketing. And the company I was with first did not do too well. I kind of pretty much broke even. And then I just kept training. I just moved on with my life. I didn't stay, I wasn't radical or try to stay in that life, or I wasn't stubborn. It's like, well, but here's something that I kept with me. And this is a key point right here. I stayed in the leadership development. I started reading books like the 21 Laws of Leadership. I started reading all these self-help books because network marketing introduced me to that. Network marketing introduced me to personal development. You probably wouldn't know me if it wasn't for, some of you wouldn't know me, if it wasn't for network marketing, personal development. Because some of us watching this video, you know me through an event, a seminar, or something to do with personal growth. And I got in through that life because of network marketing. One of my mentors in network marketing, he said, life isn't perfect outside those doors. His name was Brad Hager. He said, life isn't perfect outside those doors, or you wouldn't be here. And, you know, the reason I remember what he said to me was that I was like, wow, like many years later, I still remember that. He goes, life isn't perfect outside those doors. And the thing is that in today's world, here we are all these years later, I still see people struggling, giving up their dreams, complaining about their jobs, in ill health, not having time for a relationship, not having time for their kids. And to me, to your friend, to Jacob, the person you know today, it bothers me. And I'm just doing my best to do something about it. And I've had some success. Today I'm going to tell you the honest truth as to what's happened in 4 years and what hasn't happened in 4 years, and just give you some real honest breakdowns as to what can you expect in something like network marketing. What can you actually expect? So let me see if I can share this with my friends. The video here, just give me about a few seconds, and then we're moving on to the next topic. So, all right. So I want to give you as to why. I want to tell you a little bit as to why this actually works. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Anyways, I don't know if I don't know if this is on my. I don't know which page this is on, but I'll have to figure that out later. Okay, so I want to tell you this that this is how it goes. Okay, so systemization. The first thing I'm going to tell you about is systemization. The reason systemization is important is this. I meet people all the time, and they tell me stuff like, look, do your own thing. They'll tell me stuff like, do your own supplements, Jacob. Why don't you create your own supplements with your own brand? And here's the answer to that. Because I know the supplements I sell currently are tested, and they already have a quality insurance. They have customer service. They have everything already backed up by them, and I believe them and I use them. I could say to myself, you know what? I'm going to make a better supplement. I'm going to make a better supplementation company. And it's just like, could that be done? Is that possible? Yeah, that's possible. The only thing is that that's a lot of work where there's already a system going on. Look, I'm going to tell you the truth. Here's how it works, guys. Systemization is the key to exponential growth. Now, it doesn't mean that network marketing is the perfect business for everyone and every company is perfect for everybody. It's not. That's not the way it goes. That's just not true. It's just not. However, I can tell you is that if you don't have any inkling or idea of how to get into systemization, then network marketing is a viable solution for a low cost. And so I'm going to tell you what systemization is today, and I'm even going to show you how complex and simple, I should say simple, our system is. Not to get you into my company. It's not it. It's just that I want to show you what systemization is, because as smart as I am in the sense that I've read books, I know all these crazy things. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you can't duplicate yourself, if you can't duplicate your growth, if you can't help someone at a faster rate, it doesn't matter how brilliant you are, because you can't replicate that level of growth at a fast rate. Like, the thing is that you need a system to grow. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this. So one of the things I learned many years ago was that everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. So here's my question to you. Are you the type of person that thinks you're perfect, or are you the type of person that thinks that you're consistently growing and evolving? Are you always getting better? That's my question to you. Because the thing is, a system, well, here's what I can tell you about the system. You have a choice to make. Like, let's just say, if this is the quadrant, you have a choice to make. Are you going to be, this is pretty much it. Are you going to be an employee? Are you going to be someone that's self-employed? Are you going to be an investor like Warren Buffett? Or are you going to be a business owner? Those are pretty much your choices to make an income in this life. Like, that's pretty much it. I'll show you to them again. Do you want to be an employee, a self-employed, investor, or business person? I've honestly been in all four quadrants, not all at once, but I've honestly played on all four quadrants. And I'm sure some of you watching this may say the exact same thing. It doesn't mean all my dreams have come true. It doesn't mean that at all. I'm just being humble and real with you here today, that sometimes we can only play on the E quadrant, right? But sometimes you can just stay in the self-employed quadrant. My goal with network marketing is to go full-time B quadrant, where I can take a vacation sometimes from work, where I can invest into my music and art. Like, music is something that I have not been doing very much of because I'm so busy working. I'm so busy working out, training clients, building a company. I'm so busy that writing a book or creating music, that takes like a shelf. And I'm willing to bet that you have some dreams that you're putting on the shelf. Like I wanted to be an actor when I was in high school, and I haven't acted in a long time. Like, you see what I mean? Because I had to kind of let that dream die. And a lot of times that's what happens. We let our dreams die because we run out of time, we run out of money, we run out of support, and that's sort of what happens. So I want to show you something. This is our system. This is the system that we work with in Advocare. It's a 5-port system. So it's people usually get introduced to Advocare with sharing a spark or talking about it. System part 2 is to talk to a 2-on-1, which would be like a leader in like me or Veronica, who's in my upline, and then another person. So that's called a 2-on-1. And then part 3 would be a mixer or event, like a small event or something like that. And then part 4 is a big event. That's like every 90 days we have one of these. And then Success School, which is once a year. So this is 5 parts. This is it. This is it. Now, as you see, this is our system. Like this is our system. Sparks Life. Shout out to you, Rebecca. Hope you're doing awesome. You look great in your photos, by the way. So, hey, so then this is our system right here. Okay. Now, I want to tell you something. Some systems are more complex than that. You're probably smarter than that. You're probably educated. You probably have an education, college hours. You could probably create some awesome things. You probably make a great spaghetti dish. You probably make a great steak. I don't know. You're probably very smart. And I could explain this to you in about 10 minutes. And you could reiterate it in 10 minutes. So that's the thing. Systemization is the key to rapid growth. Now, this is already higher level thinking, guys. This is business right here. Like, so McDonald's, so if you pay into the franchise for McDonald's, they're going to train you and they're going to make you go through McDonald's and you got a business ready to go because the systemization is already in play. It's the same thing with network marketing. There is a system already going like this. You just have to plug in and get it and see where you fit in. This doesn't mean that everybody is going to be ultra rich. That's not it. As a matter of fact, a good company will tell you, look, anyone that joins, there's our average income. Like for us, the average person that tries to make money in Advocare, like the average person will make about $1,500. The average person. Now, it's like anything. Like there's the average person at the gym. There's the average person at church. There's the average person at HEB. Like, so the question is this, are you average? Like, seriously, are you average? And the thing is, if you're average, you'll probably make an average income. Does that make sense? I'm being real with you so you can see what I'm getting at. That if my mentor, Brad Hager, many years ago said, everything rises and falls on leadership. Listen to that word, leadership. So what is leadership? Leadership is the ability to look at yourself in the mirror, and be like, who is this person? How is he going to be better? How is he going to be better? Are you right? Are you already capped out? Like me, I'm not capped out. I feel like my life's just getting started, right? I feel like I could go on forever. I feel like, you know what? I just need more time to just keep growing, to be growing. You got to be humble enough to grow. And if you're humble enough to grow, then you're humble enough to be a leadership, because leadership is serving. I think a lot of people think that leadership is, being so cool, and it's like king of the castle, right? So many people think that leadership is about being awesome or being so cool or getting all the looks, But in all honesty, like the highest people, the biggest leaders among you have the biggest servant's heart. So that's the question. Like if you're ready to serve, if you're ready to be a leader and look at yourself and think and know you're not perfect, but you want to help, but you want to give to people and connect and speak from your heart, then you have the process to be a leader, which that doesn't make you average. So then it's just a matter of you plugging into a system like this and seeing what that gets you. That might only be $1,000 a year. That might be $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 a year. The point is, are you willing to look in the mirror and say, I'm not perfect, and I'm willing to grow, and I'm willing to be coachable and teachable? If the answer is yes, 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 you're probably not average. If the honest answer is, I'm perfect as I am, I don't need shit, no one can tell me anything, this system, screw that system. Here's the thing with this system. The system right here, there was this lady on stage and she was making $45,000 a month. Let's just say 20,000. I'll round it down to 20,000 because let's not get excited. Let's just round it down. She was making $20,000 a month. And you know what she said? She goes, if you're not using the success system, which is this little circle, I swear to you, it's this little circle. Like, I'm telling you, it's this little circle. Like, I know what you're thinking. No, it can't be that little circle. It's this little circle. This is the circle that makes millionaires. I'm not joking with you. It's hard to believe. That's why it's hard to do. Like, but this is the circle. And she said, if you're not using the success system, quit. If you're not using the success system, quit. And so that's awesome, right? Because now you have someone telling you, hey, look, quit, because you don't want to be part of the system. Just like if you bought a McDonald's and you weren't part of their system, you wouldn't make money. You'd be like, McDonald's would fine you probably. They'd be like, you're not using our system. I'm not joking with you. I'm not telling you this. I'm trying to tell you that this is the difference between this and this. If you can embrace systemization, then you can grow. If you don't want to be part of systemization, if it's all your way or the highway, if you always got the better product, if you always got the better way, if you're always the smarty pants, if you're always the one that can do it better, then systemization is going to not be right for you. But the thing is this, that you're always going to have a limit here because you're a one-man show. Does that make sense? I've been pretty strong in the gym. I'm a very good trainer. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how smart I am or how good of a trainer I am. That doesn't mean anything. What matters is in a network marketing company is how well you follow a system, how good you can build a system, how good you could teach this little 5-point steps, right? That's what matters in network marketing. And I have had to get my ass down from cloud 9 and be humble enough to be like, oh, this is so simple. Like I wish it required my like elite training or my like CrossFit stuff or like all of my know-how in nutrition. I wish Vanessa, I wish it would require like what I worked my butt off for and to be like this awesome, cool guy. Like I wish, but I can't. Like it needs this. And that's one of the hardest things that I've had to learn in network marketing. That's why I've paid off my car. So I've learned that much, but I haven't like really mastered this simple system. I haven't. And that's where you get some of the controversy comes from. See, some of the controversy, so I want to cap off with this section of the show like this. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Take that with you, please. It doesn't matter what you do. Take that with you. Always look at the person in the mirror. That person right there is the one responsible for everything. As a matter of fact, one of my first mentors in network marketing said, leader of one, leader of many. If I can't lead one, I can't lead any. Start with the one in the mirror. If you can lead that one, you can lead the masses, okay? So then the second part. The second part is that I talked about is systemization versus linear growth. Understand that this right here is systemization. This is linear growth. This right here will always have a cap. When you get hired, they'll say, hey, you're going to make about this much money. You're going to make about this much income, and this you're capped, okay? This one goes with this. It's like, how well can you teach this system? How quickly and simple can you get out of your own way, and just go into you just be a business person? How well can you do that? If you just want to be the rock star, only you, then that's linear growth. That's this one. That's the rock star. If you're willing to be not all about you, but grow with a team, this is more systemization. The B side is actually less ego. A lot of people think this is ego, but in actuality, it takes less and less ego because you have to be about others. You have to make sure they get the system. You have to make sure that they're connecting. And this is what I'm saying. A lot of people don't get this because they think like, and this is where you'll see, I'll get into the next part here, which is this. It's like, so usually watch a company. I'm going to tell you right now how to spot out if you're with a good company or not. Okay. How to spot out if you're a good company or not. If you're considering getting on one, first question to ask yourself is this. I wrote them down here. Is how to know if would you use their products? Do you use their products? I use all my products. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you this. I've used really all of this right here is our product, and this is a one I have. This is a pre-workout, and this is our pre-workout. This one right here is awesome. I can't say enough good things. It is, in my honest opinion, as a professional in training, as someone that's used thousands of dollars of supplements before this company, this is one of the best products in the world in the pre-workout market, and I happen to sell it in my network marketing company. This is one I bought a while back, and it's trash. I've used it once; it's still full, and I have it like it's an emergency. But honestly, I used it once. I made my stomach upset. So, is the product that is your company selling good? Do you like it, or is it just something you're selling because you're in it and you want to make money off it? Like, that's such an important question. I'm telling you, like, it is that simple. Like, question number one. Question number two: would people buy them outside of the company? In other words, would I buy this product outside of the company? Or, in other words, just like I told you, this product right here is one of the best in the world in the pre-workout market. What I'm trying to tell you is that this product right here is so good that if I wasn't in this company, I'd want some. Make sense? That's so key. In other words, do you have an Apple iPhone? Do you have a Galaxy? So you bought that product and you're not part of that company, but you bought it. That's important in network marketing. It's such an important metric. Like, it is so important because when your sales are down, when people aren't buying it, you're still using it and you're still part of the product. And that right there, that little difference makes all the difference in the world. So can you be a product of the product, whether it's something you're selling to, just like if it was clothes, do you use the clothing? If it's something that you eat or consume, do you use it or do you say you do? I guarantee you I use a lot of our product. A lot. I mean a lot. Okay? Next question is, I would ask you is, if you do buy products, because this is one of the reasons that the last company that recently came into problems, they got into legal problems because they were making people buy product and hold on to it they were putting it in their garage and not using it. I'm telling you, dude, we don't have to buy a certain amount of product in our company. You could buy none of it. You could buy $0 a year and you could still stay in the company. That's it. Now, every year we pay $50 and they give you product to renew. So what I'm saying is, we don't make people buy product at all. Like, no one calls you and says, hey, you need to buy product. Like, whatever I buy because I want to use it. So I would say if your company's making you buy product to store in a garage or something like that, and you're not selling it and you're holding on to it for months at a time, that's a very bad sign. Like, very bad. And that's one of the reasons one of the companies, I'm not going to give you a name, you can figure it out, got into some legal issues. They actually had to pay out, I think it was $200 million to settle because they were making their people buy the product and they were storing it in their garage and they were not selling it. They were going broke. Now, I can only tell you that's not happened with my company, not even a little bit. I can't even hold the product. I'm either using it or selling it, or that's it, period. I'm done. It's pretty much I use it or I sell it, done. Okay? So then the last thing I would tell you, how long has the company been around? How long has the company you're thinking about joining been around? Our company's been around 24 years. I mean, so it's pretty established, and it's part of the Direct Sales Association, and we're high on ethics. We're centered on God and family. I mean, that's us. I was surprised they were up until 10 p.m. At the customer service line. They were open until 10 p.m. recently, and I was like, oh my God. So they're consistently pushing the boundaries of how high quality. They give a 30-day money-back guarantee, right? That's what this company does. So your company, the one you're considering, how long has it been around? If it's been around 6 months to a year, I mean, that's a pretty new company. That's a not very established company. I can't speak for it. And they're going to find that I would really consider doing some research, because especially if they're charging $500 to $1,000 or more dollars to get involved in that company, I mean, that's a lot of risk. And then so I would ask, do they guarantee your money back in 30 days, or is it just, pay $500, but they don't have any track record? I would look at those things significantly. Like our company, they give you 30-day money back guarantee on any products that you buy. Period. They send you a certificate too, like, hey, 30-day money back guarantee. So it's very clear cut. And we do that because we want people to know, like, we stand by our product, we stand by what we sell. Period. Okay, so I would ask myself that. How long has the company been around? How clear is the money-back guarantee? And what's the investment needed? Again, our company is really low. There's companies that have very high company, like where it's $500, where I think right now, like someone could be a preferred customer with our company. No, I know so. Can be a preferred customer with our company for $20. $20 and they get free product and for $20. Because we're at that stage where we're looking to go into the long term, where we're looking to grow, 10, 20, 30 years down the road. We're not looking for like a quick fly-by-night. We're not looking for a get-rich-quick kind of thing. We're looking to build a legacy, a family. Our company, you can even will it. Like say you write a will, you can even leave this company to your children. You can even say, I've built my company, I want to will it to my children. So we're not looking to be going anywhere for any time soon. We're looking to build way into the future. Does that make sense? So I hope that makes some sense. I hope I'm starting to distinguish for you how much of the hype that you get with this get rich quick stuff, where pyramid scheming, all that comes from companies that are aggressive in how much they charge. They want you to buy a lot of product to store in your garage. They want you to recruit primarily. That's a primary source of income. And so if these are the telltale signs, then it's looking like that company is not very highly ethical. Whereas if the company plays it very awesome, yeah, they want you to make income, but at the same time, they're not trying to get you to be some aggressive, tacky person. And they don't give you a realistic income statement. Like our realistic income statement, and I can say this, is the average person will make about $1,500 a year, that tries. That's the average person. Again, average. So then I would just ask myself, am I average? Are you average? If you're average, that's what average gets, about $1,500 a year. It's about average. See? Done. Average. Again, but I don't want to be average. I don't think you do too either, but I'm just saying that's generally the way it goes. Okay, is the company facing any legal battles? Is the company you're considering, do they have any legal battles they got to address? Like, are they going to court? Are they doing stuff like that? If they're in a legal battle, that's a big red flag. Like, seriously, you might want to run the other way, like, for real. Like, are they in a legal battle? Can you look them up? Can you find some, are they being looked at by the Federal Trade Commission? Like, bad sign, okay? And then the last question what I would ask you is this: can I face who I am? I was sitting in an office in 2012, and I wanted to grow with my company, and I said, what do I got to do to be a better person? See, I didn't ask myself, what can I do because I'm great? Clearly the company's wrong. If people are growing in your company and you're not, then look at what you can do to improve. In my company, I would say, look at how much you're devoting to fitness. Are you around negative people? Are people like around you? Are you drinking a lot? Are you drinking a lot of alcohol? Are you partying too much? Do you emulate hope and leadership? Are you proud of who you are? Like if it makes sense. Like if you're starting to look like this, it's better than like, yeah, I'm hanging around with negative people. Yeah, like I don't work out. Yeah, like you see what I mean? Like so if that was you, it's clear to say like you're probably not even going to make average because that is such a low level of leadership. Does that make sense? So you have to establish yourself as a leader in your own life, period. Like in order to get more, you have to become more. But this is true in any business. Like you could be working at McDonald's, you could be working as a server, and I guarantee you, if you look good, if you show up with energy, if you're friendly, if you have God in your heart, I guarantee you'll even make more tips just because you're a better person. That's just the way life works. Does that make sense? That like, if you're not willing to look in the mirror and say, what can I do to improve as a person fully? Then you're probably not going to do well in network marketing because it's a company built on leadership. The problem is when people get into network marketing and they're perfect and they don't want to change and they don't want to learn a system and nobody could tell them what's what because they already know everything there is to know and you could just give them, it's always the humble people that do well. It's always people that have a servant's heart. They're the ones that do well. It's always people willing to try and learn and grow. Those people that do well. I'm serious. So I would ask myself those questions. And you can take this to the bank, guys. I guarantee this stuff is not only true here, it's true in every single thing. To grow, you need these attitudes, these principles. They're principles. They're just principles. Okay, and then I'll just give you one last idea, guys. Basically understand that we're living in a society where, like, one of the things that people came out and said, my friend Veronica is currently making $15,000 a month in network marketing, And she did it by doing that little circle I showed you at the beginning, that little system, this right here. She did it how? With this little system. And now, if I would have done that system a lot sooner, I know I'd be better off. Now, that said, is that here's a system I could. Now, if anyone gets in my team, I'm like, this is the circle, the circle, the circle. But anyway, she's currently making $16,000, $14,000 a month, etc., and she's still growing. Now, that said, I'd say that you have to understand that I would look at, before anyone, if you take what I said, because yes, there's bad people in this industry. There is bad companies. There is. That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I wish it wasn't the case, but there is. There's companies they're kind of unethical. I've even lost money in some of those unethical companies. Now, I actually was tired of network marketing till Advocare. I promised you I never wanted to be in another one again. And then Advocare came along, and finally I found one that I could be in for the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Because it's fine. It's a good company. If you find one that you feel good about like that, that's a pretty good one. So now that I know what the system is, now I'm willing to grow. But understand this, guys, that when you hear sometimes the wrong people put it down, there are sometimes bitter people here on the employee quadrant, self-employed quadrant, that gave up on their dreams. There's all types of reasons that people are going to hate on an industry. Sometimes I wanted to make this video primarily so that someone like yourself could see it and think, what did he say? How to identify a good one? Okay, that's very fair. Like, realistically, guys, I've paid off my car with this company. I love the products. My family's, my little nephew who's like 3 years old uses this product. And I kind of get concerned about that. I'm not going to lie. He's a little too young. But I'm saying, like, my sister's become like a better person, a better leader. And when I see this, guys, I know I'm doing the right thing because our family's closer because of this. We work together. We connect. We have something to talk about. We don't only talk about this. But when we do get to talk about, it's cool to have a level of connection in this business with your family. So there is so much good in this as you move into the B quadrant in network marketing, and I wanted to give you some ways to identify bad companies. Yes, would I welcome you into my team if you wanted to get involved in that little system? Of course I would. Duh, of course. But at the same time, if you take what I said and you compare any company you're thinking about, maybe run the other way. Maybe the company you're considering, you may want to run the way and just not do any network marketing, like screw network marketing. Ask yourself if you're aligned with the product. Does the product speak to you because you need it, because you want it? Does the product speak to you on that level? If it does, and you believe in the product and you use it and you're passionate about the product and you love the leadership, I mean, that's a pretty good sign. But I can't decide that for you. You have to look in the mirror and answer those questions. And just understand that in this life, people are going to say negative things because they want you to stay small because they may have given up on their dreams. It's always the more sophisticated people that have gone there, that have a strong mindset, that are strong leaders, that are looking to build a team in life, that want to speak from that level of their dreams, are wanting that free time with their family, and are looking to help people like yourself get there with them. And that's important because they're not very common, those types of people. So if the type of people that are common are negative people, negative Nellies, these haters, if those are the negative people and they're common, I would suggest you stay away from those people and really look at people in your life that you can observe from a distance maybe for a little bit and be like, that's a better type of person. I could work with that type of person. I like what that person's doing. And I wanted to show you some stuff about the ins and outs of network marketing. I tried to compact about 10 years of overall experiences, losing some money in the past, and obviously with Advocare, it's the one company that I've actually made an income with and that I still love, that I love the products, that is in alignment with fitness, which is what I'm into. So I hope that helps. Share this video. Next video, I'll be making this on testosterone finally. And then if you have any questions, let me see if I have any questions here. I don't think anybody asked any questions. Thank you for those that tuned in. Rebecca, Chris, Vanessa. Thank you for your love, Vanessa. Rodrigo, Alicia, Gabriel. Thank you for signing in. You've been awesome. And and next show will be on testosterone. And then if you want to go to evolutiontraining.net, you can submit your email for a free training and then get access to one of the 24-day challenges that I'm actually giving away with that program if you like, okay? So you're awesome. Thank you so much for your love. I'll see you next time. I think I went over a little bit, but, it's a subject I'm passionate about. Hey, Vanessa, thank you so much for your love. You're awesome. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.